know why.
It's a ruin. Is there any merit in any ruin? You know, there's lots of ruins in Scotland, ruins of old castles, you know, Castle Cheerham and Argyll. Is there any merit in that? Ah, it's an old building, you can go and look at it. Lovely, great. Why not? I mean, I, you know, it's great to go and look at. It's falling apart. I don't feel that emotional connection to it that a lot of people seem to, that something must be done. It was a great building. It was obsolete before it was finished. That was unfortunate. The way, as I say, it answered to the programme and the needs, and the way it related to the old building that was there and created this functional community was great. But that's no longer possible. If somebody else wants to do something with it, I think, yeah, it could be great. It might be great, it might not be, but I don't fetishise it. I think if someone's got something good to do with it, then, well, great. If they haven't, I'm equally not bothered. A ruin in the forest, so what? There's loads of them in Scotland.
So if you had
that sounds almost like heresy, sitting in the Macintosh School of Architecture saying that. He said he doesn't care about Cardross, man, that's terrible, you know. Anyway.
You think exactly, I mean, they could be used as monuments. I was just wondering if, do you think they serve a purpose? Do you think they're useful?
I think they do. I mean, there are many examples of derelict buildings like that were left as a sort of heritage, and it became industrial archaeology, for example. And I think they're very interesting to visit. I mean, this is my personal point of view, because I really like decay and stuff like that.
But you do, or you don't?
Sorry?
You do like it?
Yeah, I do like it. On the other hand, it could be... I don't think they should be knocked down at all. I think the other option should be like thinking if it could be reused in some way, restored, but not like trying to bring it to the original splendor or whatever. But that's quite a big deal in Italy, like the restoration. There are many different currents, philosophies.
What do you hate?
As everything, I guess it's kind of an economic thing. Like demolishing it costs money, and if it's, I mean, if there's no clear like a clear objective aim, there's not really any point on demolishing it. But then if it's useful like this, like as it is now, to me it's not really useful, but I think it's good that some buildings like this still exist.
I think you can still read the building minus its finishes, even if it's down to the rendered brick walls and the concrete frame. You read the building, and that's because the structure was so integrally embedded in the spaces they defined, or they were asked, in a sense, to define. So there are no partitions. Well, there are, but there aren't, to be so to me. There are no corridors. How do you describe it? The whole thing has a density and a compactness to it, which intensifies the experience. So a room is a room, even though it doesn't have a floor anymore. If you see what I mean.
I think that therefore just leaving it and letting it go its natural way it's an enormous waste. The point here is that we need it. We've come up with an idea, which is the Invisible College. That Invisible College is using this remarkable landscape as a learning tool for a kind of experiential teaching. And it's also working on the premise that it's interesting to learn in spaces which themselves are inspirational, and to break out of that kind of straitjacket of learning being based in, small, airless classrooms, which are really the death of
learning.
It's amazing how so much of it's like a sort of factory conditions. It's like
Metropolis platform.
Yeah, it's very strange that is. I mean, it's there because it's practical and it's an easy system. But this idea, therefore, that the experience of the space and the transformation of space itself can affect the way you learn, that's a really good reason to keep it. And I think that's a strong reason to keep it. So I don't see any romance in just letting it go. I think that's this time, and some really powerful work has been made in these set of conditions. But that's just one set of conditions. Things change, and our change is just the next chapter.
Beautiful. Thank you very much.
No problem.